Hey, y'all. It's Casey Hope from Pizzazz. How are y'all doing? I hope everything is good and connected and all the things. You never know with with technology. So if you're there, say hey. That lets me actually I don't even know if I can see it. Oh, I might not can see it. I might not can see comments. Hold on 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Oh. Can you bring the screen to see comments or something? Okay, sorry. I'm back. I just wanted to go get something to where I could kind of see comments when they're coming through. So this morning, what I am going to do, I am going to show you how to letter grace and truth. Okay, it's just a good morning, Tammy Lynn. Glad you're on this morning. This is based from off of the verse John 1:14, and I feel like it's such a good. Hey Teresa, thank y'all for saying hey. I can see comments. Okay, Kaylee, we're good. I can see comments. All is well. Um, this verse is just such a good verse, but I think these two words, grace and truth, are such good words to just sit and marinate on. That those words just describe Jesus and describe God and describe everything that Christians, that we want to be full of. Grace and truth. Like you can't, like if there's too much grace, it's I'm not there's too much, that's the wrong word, but it's not just grace, but it's paired with truth. And it's not just truth that feels harsh, truth, it's paired with grace. And so there's just such a good, awesome balance that we see that all throughout scripture that Jesus possessed, that we also want to be full of that too. So with that said, I am going to lower my camera. I'm going to show you how to do this very step by step. I'm using just two Crayola super tip markers. I'm doing red and green because it's Christmas time. I just think it's fun. I've got plain copy paper, so nothing super fancy. And we're gonna do this, y'all. So if you don't have, like, if you just have just any paper and a pen, pick this up because these are fun. These are fun drawings to do. We are drawing letters this morning. Then towards the end, I'm going to tell you more about the lettering club. So if you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat because today is the last day to sign up for the lettering club. You have been hearing us talk about it for quite a while. Our Whatever Lettering Club. It is our online membership where we teach online hand lettering and art skills. We have devotions together. We do just a lot of fun stuff within our private Facebook community, but also we send you happy mail to your doorstep every single month, which everybody loves to get to. Everybody loves to get a little present on their doorstep every single month. But anyway, that is our online membership, and today's the last day for that. So if you've got any questions, let me know. I'll answer them at the end, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about everything at the end too. So for now, let me remove my face, and I'm going to pull this down. All right, and I am just going to take this one stroke at a time. All right. This is drawing letters. When you start thinking of it like that, it becomes so much easier. All right. So you got your paper, you got your pen, your marker, your whatever. Remember, it doesn't have to be fancy supplies. A lot of times we hear people say, what do I need? What do I need to get started? Honestly, you don't have to have fancy pens to get started. To get started with lettering, you've got to start learning how to draw the letters with the font that you want. So that's what we're going to do today. Not a fancy pen, Crayola Super Tip, and we're going to be drawing these letters. All right, so let me get maybe even a little bit closer. All right, so for the G. The G is actually one stroke. Some of our letters are two strokes. This is going to be one big stroke. Hey, Trisha and Pam Farr and Allison and Kay and Missy. Glad y'all are all on this morning. All right, so here comes the G. You ready? Watch me first. I come up and I kind of loop it right here. I come down and then I loop it right here. Ooh, okay. Super fun, super fun. So here in a loop, I come down and around, just like a regular G, and then I loop it again. Good morning, Carolyn. Morning, Jackie and Teresa. Hey, Rusty. All right, so now a lot of times when I am doing a G and an R, I do it all in one stroke. I do the G and I go straight into the R. Okay, sometimes that can be hard when you're first learning. That's why I'm breaking it up. So for the R though, I'm going to come up. We're going to do a loop, come down at an angle, and just a soft line down, pull it back up. And when I say soft line down, that means right here. Sometimes with R's, you can make them really kind of harsh with a quite a angly curve right there. And I like to make this one just a little bit more soft. All right, our A is going to be 2 strokes. Okay, so 2 strokes. Here we go. There's 1. So we just did that kind of the first part of the A. And now we're just going to go down and up for the next part. Hey, April, glad you're on this morning. Hey, Barbara. All right, so down and up. All right, next for the C, it's just one quick little letter. Just this little line right here, you want to make sure that you are bringing it up, because this is what's going to connect the next letter. And then we hit the E and just make sure it touches right there. And you've got grace. Now I am going to show you how to go back and thicken those downstrokes, but right now we are just drawing the letters, okay? Just drawing the letters. Now for this next, I'm going to come down and I'm going to do truth before I do the little and sign. I'm just going to kind of fit that in wherever it works. But for the T, if I know that I'm going to have like the little fun crossbar, I don't want to do my line too close to this, because then the T will cross over. So I'm going to kind of scoot it over a bit, so just about right in here for that T. So I'm going to start with going down. Now watch this. I'm going to do the R with it. Up. Okay, so I did it all in one stroke. I'm going to cross that T in just a second. I almost did it too little, but all is well, all is well. Good morning, Karen. All right, so now the U, I'm going to do one stroke. That's the first stroke. And the next one's just about the same. Okay, if it's bothering you that I hadn't crossed that T, just hang tight. The reason I haven't yet is because I'm going to have another T over here. Okay, so now for the next T, it's still down and up. You notice that we go down and up a lot. Well, if you can get that down and up stroke, you can get it. So look, this one's down and up, down and up. Now I'm about to do it again. It's just will be a little bit bigger. Down and up. Now for this TH, you see how I like to do the little swirl, make it come over. So kind of right here, gonna go here and bam. So I did a curve, I crossed the T, I came back and down. And I just kind of made sure it touched that right there. And if it doesn't, if there's a weird connection right there, whenever you thicken the downstroke, it'll work itself out. And then for the H, we're gonna just that little stroke there. Then for our T, we're just going to kind of do whatever we've got room for here. Okay. So I just wanted to do that one first because I didn't want to accidentally make this one too big and not have room for that. So that's how I can kind of fit it in like a puzzle. And then wherever it fits best, you can put your and symbol. Now you could write out the word and. You could do it here. I'm going to do mine kind of right here. And now it's time to go back and thicken those downstrokes. All right, how y'all hanging in there? If y'all are doing it with me, how you hanging in? How you hanging in? All right, so we're going to come now and thicken the downstrokes. So what that means is like up, down, up. So right here on the down, I'm going to go down. You see that? And then I'll color that in just a second. But I'm going to leave it drawn so that you can see it more clearly for just a bit. And go up. This is down. So that means this whole area right here is going to be thickened. Come around and down. Okay, so literally just everything that is going, like when your hand is physically going down, then that's the down stroke. Okay. Good morning, Diana. Diana says, just saw your live and wanted to say hi. Had a minute before singing at the nursing home. That's fun. That's awesome that you're able to do that. Share your gifts and talents. Yay, Terry. Terry says, I can finally do the R. Yippee. Isn't it fun when you practice something and practice and your hand's just not doing it and suddenly it does it? So, yay, yay, yay. All right. So then here, let's see. I'm going to kind of go right there. Now, I know sometimes people, this is a little controversial because right there it's coming down and they're like, well, isn't that a downstroke? It is. And you can thicken it if you want to. It's just so little that I don't always. Okay. So here it's kind of sideways and this is down and that's up. So the only thing I am doing is bam, up, down, up, down. And then here's the downstroke. So that's what I'm thickening. Now you could leave it just like this drawn out version, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of fill it in because this is our faux calligraphy style. And when I say faux calligraphy with traditional calligraphy pens, the different types of pressure that you put on it would give you the thin lines and then the thick lines. So we are still getting the thick and the thin just by kind of drawing it on there. We don't have a calligraphy pen, but we can do that faux calligraphy style. All right, if you want to just do these curves, we can thicken the curves up a bit. All right, and now we're doing this. So I know a lot of y'all on here are already Lettering Club members. Some of you are brand new Lettering Club members, and I say welcome to the club. So glad you are here. If you are a brand new Lettering Club member, a couple of things you need to make sure that you've done is one, make sure you joined our private Facebook group that's just for the Whatever Letter Lettering Club. You should have gotten a link with that. If you didn't, let us know. And then also get on the text list. And then explore your library. So those three things are the first three things as a club member that I would say to do. So get on our text list so that you get little text reminders. Make sure you're part of the Whatever Lettering Club Facebook group. That's just for our paid members. And check out your library. Your library is either you can get it one of two ways. You can either download the Kajabi app and get it, or if you just go to our website, pizzazzart.com, hit log in with your email, and then click my library, you're going to see that's where we kind of put your tutorials after we've taught them live, so they're easier to find. And a lot of you've got some bonus ones that we put in there from past times, so there's fun stuff to explore. So for all of y'all that have already joined, I encourage y'all to make sure you start with those three things. Another question we get asked sometimes is like, okay, if I'm looking at my library, what things should I start with? And if you're looking at your library, I would say start with the Lettering Quick Start. There's a product called Lettering Quick Start, and that is what will take you through kind of the foundations of lettering. That's already in your library as soon as you joined. That takes you through drawing and downstrokes and shadows and embellishments, and they're broken up into like 10-minute chunks, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to watch when. But that's a really great place to start as well. All right, so now I'm just gonna add some little fun stuff. So I'm gonna do like an X and a T, and an X and a T. These are just little fun stars. X's and T's is how I remember. See, it's like an X, and then I put a T right in between it. Okay, so that, and then also little clusters of 3 dots, just kind of wherever they fit. And yes, this is the Crayola Super Tip. And there we have it, Grace and Truth, based off of John 1:14. Again, I think it's just so important that not only we recognize that grace and truth is the message of the Bible, but that if you are a believer, if you are a follower of Christ, that you possess both too. Just the grace and the truth paired together. Too much on one side is an imbalance, So it's a grace and truth together is such the strength and the beauty, I think, of Jesus. And so that is our fun little lettering lesson. How y'all doing? Did y'all anybody give it a try? If you did, let me know. If y'all are able to later, you can post pictures below here. And as promised, I told you that at the end of this, I would tell you a little bit about our lettering club since today is the last day to join. So, like I said, a lot of you are already members. So glad you're already members. Somebody, let's see, Kathy says, I have the watercolor bonus bundle, but it's empty. Is this for future lessons? Yes, those are coming to you. So you've got the product. Not everybody's got it. It's like if you sign up before that certain day, and then we are going to be putting those in there shortly. We just went ahead and gave you the product for that. All right, so here are the most common questions I get. First of all, like I said, today's last day. So if you've been thinking about it, now is the time to make your decision. If you have a friend who's been thinking about it, let them know that today is the last day, because once we shut it down, it's kind of complicated to like we don't just open it anytime. Like if you message us the next week and say I really wanted to, but I couldn't then, I feel mean saying it, but it's just the truth. Like once it's closed because of how the back end of everything works. And because we send out Happy Mail, like we're shipping it out. We're packing it to today. All right. So we're packing it today. What is today? Today's Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're packing it all this week and then shipping it out. So once you miss that, it'll be after the thing. But some of the commonly asked questions that we get is like, I hear you teach live on some Monday nights and I can't make it live. What should I do? No big deal if you can't make it live. So yes, we do teach live about 2 times a month, 2 to 3 times a month inside the club on 7 p.m. Central Time in our Facebook group. But it will stay in the Facebook group even after we teach it live. So even if it's just an hour later or the next morning, it's still there in the Facebook group. Also, we move all of our live lessons just because sometimes it can get kind of crazy in the Facebook page. We move those lessons to your library. Your library is just a nice, sweet little place where all of your lessons are parked, okay? Facebook is like wild and crazy and comments and pictures and everybody else's pictures and everybody's comment. It's a lot of stuff. But your library is like, take a breath and you can just look for the lessons, okay? We come to Facebook to interact. We go to the library to find things. So that's one question we get. Another question that we get is, okay, so when does Happy Mail come? Because I've signed up and I'm ready. Happy Mail is we shoot to have it at your door by the 15th of every month. That is kind of our goal. So you heard me saying we are packing right now. We try to get it out the door by the 8th to the 10th so that it arrives to your doorstep around the 15th of every month. Another question I've gotten is, what if I'm doing it for a couple months and then have to stop? Totally fine. We want you to stay in longer. I think, look, I see Donna right here. Donna says, and I love this. Donna says, I've been a member for 4 years and it's a wonderful time of peace and play and encouragement. I love that. We want you to stay just as long as Donna has. But if you had to cancel, you can cancel anytime. So there's no risk really. Now your library is only your library for as long as you're a member. Very much like when you subscribe to Netflix, you get the Netflix library as long as you're a member of Netflix. And then when you cancel your subscription, you don't have the Netflix library anymore. That's kind of how our membership is also, but you can cancel anytime. Let's see if I've got any other questions. Yes, Debbie. Debbie says, Happy Mail is something I love to receive. I think everybody does. It's always fun. For some of y'all that are, if some of y'all are, kind of thinking, okay, so what is in the Happy Mail? I'll tell you a little bit. It's always a little bit of a surprise, but there are some staples that you get every month. You always get 4 scripture cards, okay? We are called Whatever Lettering Club because we are based on the verse Philippians 4:8, which says, think on these things. I'm trying to see if I find my little book around here. Y'all know I lose stuff. I was going to show it to you with our theme verse, but who knows where it is. Think on these things, whatever is true, whatever is good, whatever is noble, whatever, is praiseworthy. We want to think on those things, renewing our mind. And what we think on is the key to so much. It is the key to our peace, to our happiness, to the way that we look at things, the way that we handle problems, is how we think on those things. And so one of the things that we like to do is to give you tools and resources to help renew your mind, to help think on these things. And one of those things is actual scripture cards. So these cards are beautifully designed. They are hand lettered with scripture. You can put them up on your walls, on your mirrors. You can write encouraging notes on the back and give them to friends. You can put them in your little scrapbook that we have that I can't find at the moment. Oh, I think it's out there. I think it's out in the main room. But you can keep it in front of you. So you always get 4 scripture cards. You get 2 lettering traceables. So the lettering traceables are basically just kind of grayed out lettering that you can take your marker and trace on top of them. And by doing that, you are kind of getting that extra lettering practice and that muscle memory. So 4 scripture cards, 2 traceables, a fun sticker that we design that you can put wherever. You can see that some of mine are on my computer. Some of them are on water bottles. So some of them you can just put in your little booklet, just have fun with it. And then you get a printed out calendar of what we're doing that month and then a surprise. Okay. So the surprise is usually something that we're going to be doing live in our classes. So that could look like a calendar that we paint. It could look like watercolors that we use. Sometimes it has been these distressing watercolor pencils before, and then I show you fun things to do with that. It has been these gratitude journals before, and we used the gratitude. Oh, buddy boy, a lot just fell off my desk. I don't know if y'all heard that. Look, this marker bag, it was full. Now it is not. They all just fell on the floor. But we've used the gratitude journal, show you how to letter inside of the journal, and just use it for a place to renew your mind and start your day with gratitude. So there's always a little fun little bonus something that you get. Yes, Terry says I use the cards in my Bible with journaling. That's a great idea. Put you a little bit of washi tape on it and stick it in there, and that's perfect. So awesome. Let's see. I see. Are there extras if you sign up now, or did I miss that? You still have a few little extras. You might not have gotten all the ones we've shown previously. We do have a little few things to get you started as soon as you sign up. So I don't think I see any other questions. But what I would say is this membership, it's a lot more than just an art membership. It's more than just a lettering membership. We absolutely teach you that. We love teaching you that. It helps you. We've seen how art and lettering helps reduce anxiety and stress. We've seen how art can bring people around the table. And what I mean about that is this past week, we have done these angel workshops. Did y'all see that? A lot of y'all were a part of that. So this past week, we did our angel workshops. All of our workshops are free to members also. And it was so cool to see grandmothers and grandkids, moms and families, dads, kids gathered around. We heard of friends just getting together that hadn't gotten together in a while and bringing their supplies together and doing the tutorials with us. Art can bring people around the table. That might be inviting a friend over to do lessons with you in person. That might mean just connecting online. That might mean, hey, you take some of our lessons and you do them. You're allowed to do that. Do it with your small group, with your church group, with your whatever. You can use our ideas to use to help bring people around the table too. So yes, it's art, yes, it's lettering, but it's so much more than just that. This is really just tools to have peace and play. So it's more than just an art membership, more than just a lettering membership, more than just a box membership, even though you do get fun things at the box with the box. It does a whole lot of stuff. And you are helping to feed kids around the world through it also. We are partnered with Rice Bowls. You can check them out on ricebowls.org if you want to. And when you are a member, a portion of your membership goes to feed a kid for a day. And so when we all come together, we can all be a small part of something big. When there are thousands of ladies that are each given a part of their membership to Rice Bowls, we feed a lot of kiddos with your help. So it's a lot more than just a regular art membership. So we would love for you to join us, but today is the last day. All right. We've had open cart for quite a long time. We've been doing some workshops so that you could get the feel of how we of how we teach and to see if, hey, if that's something that does bring you peace and play and does bring you joy. We've been doing it for several weeks with our angel workshop and with our free gift tag workshop. So tonight is the night. This is it. So I say during this season, when you are thinking so much of other people and buying for other people, I think this is a great little gift to give yourself. So that is it for now. Y'all, would love to see you inside the club. Share this with friends, especially if you know of somebody who might want to join you with your membership. All right, y'all. That's it for now. See ya. See ya.